Every once in a while, when I think of it, I go.
So apparently you can post links on Snapchat. It might be a new thing, but I found out how to do it.
You cannot post links on Snapchat unless it's in your bio. That's why everybody says link in bio. Oh wait, Snapchat. I'm sorry, I was thinking Instagram. Sorry.
Like if you go to the stickers, it was here at one point. Right here we go. This thing. Type URL. Let me take a better picture actually.
Like I'll just post a movie or whatever I'm watching, but the day I was at.
All right, let me tweet this and then we'll get started.
Just sitting there and I was.
So we'll do what's up segment, and that'll be just kind of getting caught up again.
Last week's episode, like 3 people liked it. It was fantastic.
Yeah. And then we'll do 3 segments.
Yeah, it was a good push. There's just so much stuff to keep up with.
What's the link for it?
Twitter and
True.
YouTube.
It's
just go to your YouTube app and copy the link.
Google Plus, or not Google? Yeah, Google.
Yeah,
It was
Google Plus,
right?
Yeah, I always try to make that great again whatever, but that never sticks.
No one notices.
It's ridiculous.
It's abandoned. It was abandoned when we started it.
Again, it was something that was good in theory, but
how do I copy
it
the
didn't do
link?
anything too different than
shit.
Facebook.
It made things.
In fact, there was less to do.
Yeah, I think that was the problem. It was not, for simpletons, I guess. Not that everybody uses Facebook as simple, but they're more. Ooh, look at this! Look at that! Shiny, shiny.
It's very user friendly.
Yes.
It's the Apple of the.
We're sitting here live streaming Howdy Radio, listening to the Unknown Podcast.
Make that work there.
Okay,
So everybody that's checking out this, check out my other show, the Unknown Podcast.
Until the next biggest craze comes along.
So it just shows up like this.
I don't know.
But then where do you press for the link?
Strong for
Like when I post it.
over a decade.
Yeah, I don't think you're capable of doing it. So.
Well, it is. If it's there, then it's possible to be able to do that.
Doesn't seem that way though, does it?
I don't think they would put that there if it wasn't able to
Twitter
happen.
was more of a micro-blogging platform.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if that's a thing.
Twitter?
No, like the concept of micro-blogging. Since they went and expanded.
No. Blogging kind of has gone by the wayside for pictures and videos. I feel like.
It does seem to be that it's a lot easier to post a
The
picture.
poster is so awesome.
And sit and write something.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You can express yourself better, I guess, with a picture or even a meme at this point and get your point across and sit there thinking.
So I was playing Overwatch yesterday, and there is an emote for one of the characters that looks exactly what Kenny does with the goodbye and good night thing with like the finger gun. It looks exactly like it. It's hilarious.
It literally lasted not even a day.
A week, I'll say, because I worked on it a little bit on Thursday. And it's just,
If you want to my story.
Yeah, that's when I added the songs when I was going to make more posts.
Okay, so you press this and it goes straight to it. Okay. So there's just a little thing on the bottom and it goes straight to it.
Certainly nobody's
Cool.
reached out to me my connections but like even as far as like I went to somebody's profile, it's very common. Like I don't see any posts by them. Like you can make a text post, but you can't see it.
Is there like a timeline on there?
You ready?
Should I turn off vibration on my phone so then I can like actually put it down and it doesn't make a loud noise because it's vibrating on the surface?
You can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter.
Do you have? Well, you also have like a soft chair. I have a hard chair.
It doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal. Unless it's like every 2 seconds or something, then
Well, I have lots of notifications that I get. for Twitch and YouTube and Snapchat and everything.
I know, it's ridiculous. Ready?
Yes. Should we do a testing?
There's a different paint scheme for the ones that you buy at GameStop. They're wearing like red and black. Doesn't look nearly as good.
Are they wearing purple there, or is that just black?
Oh,
You just restart it always. It always happens. Every time it happens.
yeah, it's like purple, black, and yellow.
Yeah. Mine doesn't look as good as yours does. The faces of the two had like a smudge on both of them.
Do?
Yeah.
It sucks.
At first I thought it was just on the box. But it isn't like... If you see it from a distance, you can't see it.
Maybe we'll take them back and ask for new ones.
Maybe. If from a distance, you can't see it.
Ready?
Yep.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Howdy Radio, the Next Generation episode 34. I'm Brandon.
I'm Lane.
And it's been a while again.
It has been a while.
The last episode we did was like the beginning of the summer.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, cool, it's the summertime. We're going to do just a bunch of episodes.
Yeah.
And then we didn't do any.
So the second episode of summer.
Yep.
I know I had my phone by the time that we did our episode.
Yeah.
So about like 2 weeks once summer started is when we did our 33.
Yeah.
So
the last episode was our E3 episode.
It was. So that was around beginning of June.
Yeah.
It was June 7th, I'm pretty sure, is when
that
weekend.
So it's been about a month.
Yeah.
All right, so let's catch everybody up. What have you done? How's your summer been so far?
It's been fun.
Yeah. What's been the highlights of your summer so far?
Probably the end of the year party, because that counts as summer.
Okay.
So that has probably been my highlight.
All right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we went camping a couple times.
Yeah, okay, I completely forgot about that.
I know. I always have to remind you of what all we've actually done. We went camping a couple times. One of them was down to Red River Gorge in Kentucky.
Yeah.
That was more of it was just the four of us. Big hiking trip. We did some really cool hiking then. And then another one we did at a place called Miami Whitewater, which is here just right outside of Cincinnati, I guess.
Like half an hour out.
Yeah. And we went there with a couple other families that we're friends with, and we all hung out and went and saw the Cincinnati Pops Orchestra that night. That was fun. So that was 2 good trips we've taken. What else? Went to Kings Island a couple times.
Yeah.
Father's Day was cool this year. We went to Kings Island for Father's Day.
That was really fun.
Lane and Tyler both have season passes, and it was Bring a Friend Day on Father's Day. So we got in for, I think it was like $20 each. Me and Liz did, and the place was dead. I expected them to be like really busy
because it was super duper hot.
It was super.
It was like 92.
It was face melting hot.
Yeah.
It really was. Yeah, but it was dead. So we got to ride everything that we wanted to ride without really hardly any weights.
Yeah.
We rode the new roller coaster, Mystic Timbers. Your review of Mystic Timbers is?
It's very fun. It's a fast beast. It's a fast and smoother beast.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed in it. I didn't think it was great.
They always hype it up more than it should be hyped up.
But a lot of times the roller coasters at Kings Island live up to the hype. Like the one last year was the Banshee. Or 2 years ago, a couple years ago, was Banshee.
Yeah.
And that's one of the coolest rides in existence. It is so good. I think this one just, I don't know. There was a couple cool parts to it. It was a good long ride. At least it wasn't a real short ride. For a while there, a lot of Kings Island's new coasters were all real short, but they've kind of got back to making them a little bit longer now, which is good.
And the ending was really cool. I'm not going to say what the ending was if somebody hasn't wrote it yet, but the ending is very, very cool.
Yeah. I don't know, but I was kind of a little let down in it, like because a lot of people I know have wrote it and said it was really good. So I was expecting it to be really good, but then I was just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, still a fun ride.
It's a very cool experience.
Yeah, it was cool because nobody was there.
Yeah.
So we got as soon as we got to the park, we're like, all right, let's go straight to Mystic Timbers. and we'll wait for that, and then we'll.
It was supposed to be like a 40-minute
wait.
wait because they thought it would be packed because it was Father's Day and everything,
Yeah.
but nobody came. So then
Yeah.
we rode it like twice in a row, and it
Yeah.
was like immediately gone to the ride mostly.
Right. Yeah, we walked straight on and rode it once, and then we're like, well, let's just ride it again. So we just went right back around and got right back on. We rode it twice in a row, which was really cool.
I've also seen a bunch of movies already this summer. So I've seen.
Well, hold on, no, save that because we're gonna once we get into the main parts of our episode here, we're gonna go through. We're gonna go. What have you been playing? What have you been watching? And what have you been listening to? That'll be our 3 segments for this episode, and we're just gonna kind of get everybody up to speed what we've been doing.
Yep.
Because that's what we like to talk about.
Yeah.
So what else this summer? Kings Island on Father's Day was fun. I had a birthday.
Yeah.
37 now.
Gave me a $2 bill.
Yeah.
And Bomberman.
Yeah. I got Bomberman for the Switch for my birthday. That's a really fun game. Well, we'll get into that when we get to what are you playing, because I got a couple. I bought myself a video game for my birthday. So we'll talk about that stuff here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see. I turned 37. That part sucks.
Yeah.
My buddy Brian Taggart, shout out to him. He turned 40 this last weekend, and we went out for his birthday Friday night, and that was a lot of fun. We got mighty messed up, I guess is the nice way to say it. We drank a lot of beers.
Yes.
Enough to where it made me miss my other podcast the next night, but oh well, it was totally worth it. We had a good fun.
Why?
Good fun. I fell asleep early. Yeah. Yep. But so happy birthday to my buddy Brian Taggart.
Yeah.
40 years old. What else have we done this summer?
Well,
I'm just anxious. As bad as it sounds, I am so excited about this wrestling thing in Chicago, All In, and it is at the very end of the summer.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but
legit.
it is the last weekend of summer. It is Labor Day weekend, and as the last weekend of their summer.
It's probably going to be the highlight of the summer, the last weekend of summer.
And I hate to say it, but I'm really looking forward to summer to end so that we can go to All In. But of course, I don't want your summer to end. But I'm really looking forward. What also sucks for me,
you work all the time, but I got to go to a huge different school.
Yeah, new school. So all right, so next year we're only a few weeks away now, essentially, kind of junior high. Are you excited for junior high?
I mean, a few months.
I
said a few
July.
weeks.
I mean, it's kind of just
September
a few
4th
weeks.
is when we come back.
Yeah, I mean that's like 5 weeks away.
So
that's the definition of a few weeks. I think
it's July 17th. It's not a few weeks away. We still got
it's like a month and a half.
Yeah,
man.
That's not 5 weeks.
Okay. So, are you excited about junior high? Or are you nervous about junior high?
I'm kind of nervous because it's a big school, and I'm worried that I won't be able to navigate around.
Yeah.
But Tyler will help me with that.
Yeah. Tyler's a good big brother. He'll come through as a big brother.
Do you know if we're able to walk around the school because I know the school opens at 7:20 something like that. Yeah. Are you able to walk around and stuff like that?
Oh no, we'll have to figure all that stuff out.
Because that's what we might do. It's or I think they might do what they did at Amity, where they let the kids tour and stuff like that beforehand when they're coming.
Yeah, I know there'll be some type of open house or something. So,
but we're gonna miss the open house in New Amity, which I'm kind of disappointed about.
Yeah, we are. I'm sorry. That sucks. That's the same time that we're going to All In Chicago.
Yeah.
So that does suck.
I'm probably gonna go I
feel bad that does happen that way, but oh well.
I'll probably go one of those times where homework club is happening, and I'll just me and Mom will just go after school.
Yeah, we'll find a time to where we'll be able to go
because they're open till the secretary leaves about 4:30, so you're allowed to go in until 4:30.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so school. We don't want to start talking about school starting yet. Yeah, that's too far away.
No, thank you.
What else? It's been a hot summer. The last few weeks have been really hot. That part sucks. I don't like the heat. Do you like the heat?
No.
No. Everybody at work thinks I'm crazy because I'm I wish it was cold. I'd rather it be winter.
Well, yeah, because you work in a kitchen all day, and it's hot with all those fires and everything.
Yeah. And when it's hot outside, it's even hotter in the kitchen.
Yeah, so
I sweat to death when it's like this.
You come home with sometime I know it's been a couple times where you've brought a rag home. There's been a couple times where that's happened because you're just sweating so much. And, you're just still sweating when you're on your way home.
when it's 95 degrees outside and I'm in the kitchen, it's just I mean, it's so hot.
Especially when you get off from your morning shift or afternoon shift, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's like 2 o'clock. You get home and it's like the high already is happening right now. And it's all hot and everything.
Yeah. I'd rather it be cold outside.
Yeah.
That's personally how I am. Fall is the best, I guess, but
yeah.
I still like cold over hot.
Yeah.
One day I'll convince everybody to move to Alaska. That's what I'm hoping for, but everybody's fighting me on that one.
And you'll
I guess.
be Homer.
Yeah.
You'll have to change your name to Homer Simpson.
Yeah, because he's the only person that's ever moved to Alaska.
You have that argument so much about how he's the only person that's moved to Alaska. But we have compared you to Homer Simpson so many times.
I know.
And you're trying to move to Alaska just like in the Simpsons movie.
Yep. I'm just trying to live out the Simpsons movie.
Yeah.
That's my goal in life.
Which is one of the greatest animated movies ever, in my opinion.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. So, that's summer. All right, so we're going to go into what have you been watching?
Okay.
What have you been listening to?
What have you been
And what have you been playing?
Yes.
What do we want to start with?
What have you been listening to? Let's get in. Okay.
I thought that was a pretty good way to end it there.
I was trying to say let's get into it, and then you cut me off.
Sorry.
We had lots of pauses in there. Shows that were a little kind of rusty. And I said okay a lot of times. Like, yeah, okay.
What did you say we were doing first?
I'm listening to. Which I actually need to catch up on the podcast I'm about to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Which I actually need to catch up on the podcast I'm about to talk about that I've been listening to. I've only listened to one episode. They only have 2 episodes, or 3 right now. I'm only listening to 1. They're like hour 45-minute ones, so the longer ones.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Howdy. So we got in for, I think it was like $20.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
You can bring it in.
What should I say?
Whatever.
Okay.
Go.
So we're going to start off with what have you been listening to? So, Dad, what have you been listening to?
What have I been listening to? There hasn't been a whole lot of new stuff that I've been listening to lately.
Well, when we started the stream, you were just listening to the New Unknown podcast.
I was listening to the new episode of The Unknown Podcast, which you can find at theunknownpod.com or at theunknownpod on the Twitter.
Did you ever realize that rhymed? Theunknownpod.com. It does not rhyme.
It does not rhyme. That's why I never realized that.
It sounded like it kind of rhymed for a second.
But not quite, if you haven't checked out that, make sure you check out that. I wasn't on the last episode. That doesn't mean it's not good. But the episode previous to that was an episode that we did all about The Room, the movie The Room, the terrible, awesome movie that is The Room. That's the episode to check out. Go to that one. Scott, on the Unknown Pod, he went on Facebook and paid to boost our post about the episode about The Room.
Okay.
And normally our Facebook presence is very small.
What does that mean, a boost?
You pay so that more people will see it.
Okay. So you pay Facebook to make it go
an ad.
One of the
people
fun
will
pages
see
that.
People will see it as an advertisement essentially. Usually just a handful of people, maybe a couple dozen people or something see the Smooth. I think Smoothie usually runs the Facebook for the most part, and we don't have a lot of followers on there. But Scott went on and paid I don't know how much money he paid, but he paid a bunch of money to make it to where people, because he really liked the episode. He was it was a really good episode, so he was kind of getting behind it. He's so I'm going to pay so that more people know about this episode, so they'll go check it out. And as of now, 5,000 something people have seen the post on Facebook as opposed to just a couple dozen. So hopefully more people.
How many people have listened to it?
I don't know. I'm not sure of that, but at least a lot of people have.
Check SoundCloud, see how many people. Is that what you guys posted on SoundCloud? And
no, I host everything myself.
Well, okay. So it's all on UnknownPod.
Yeah.
.com.
And then it's on all the different podcast apps and everything.
So SoundCloud.
Not SoundCloud, no.
So everything but what? Archive, is that what it is?
Huh? Archive.org is where I...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Do you still put Next Generation on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, but anyway, we got a little off there. But if you haven't checked out the Unknown podcast, check it out. It's really awesome. We've really enjoyed doing it. But that's one thing I guess I have been listening to is the Unknown podcast. As far as like new stuff that's came out this year, the Sleep album, The Sciences, is still my album of the year so far, and it's hands down the album that I've listened to the most from 2018. Why are you shaking your head?
Because it's Sleep, and it's like not super and like hardcore, but it's like super metal. It's really annoying.
Okay. It's so good.
And then you listen to that one because that was it the drummer that died from that band, and then
Pantera.
and then you listen to that band for like a couple weeks, and you listen to the one song over and over and over.
Listen
again.
to Cemetery Gates a lot. It's one of my all-time favorite songs.
The one that has the same riff, like
it's one of the greatest riff ever written.
It's like the one in Songs for the Dead or Songs for the Deaf. What's it? Song for the Dead. Okay. Yeah. No.
Dead. A Song for the Dead.
Yeah. Song for the Deaf is the first one with just silence. Song for the Dead, which legit just the same notes, but that's a lot better because it goes in with everything.
Okay.
Don't
talk crap about Pantera though. I mean, they're one of the best metal bands to ever.
But it was kind of annoying that you non-stop listen to that.
Fantastic song. I don't feel the least bit bad about it. So Sleep, I've listened to a lot as far as new releases go. There's a little indie band named War Paint. It's an all-female band that I like a lot. That's really good. They're kind of like a chill, relaxed kind of music. One of their guitarists, she released a solo album a few weeks ago. Teresa Wayman. I've been listening to that a lot. I like that a lot.
Was it Courtney Barnett that you listened to a couple times, like this week?
I've been on a big St. Vincent kick this week.
That's who it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
I always get those two mixed up because the singer always kind of sounds the same to me.
No way, man.
Okay.
But
maybe the songs kind of sound the same, because they have kind of the same beats.
Okay, I haven't listened to Courtney Barnett in like 2 years.
Okay.
So if you think it's Courtney Barnett, it's probably not, because she was cool there for a minute, but it got old pretty quick.
And then she just collabed with like a bunch of people, and
it was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've been on a big St. Vincent kick this week. I love St. Vincent. She is one of my favorites. She makes some really weird music that is just fantastic.
She's kind of like 9 Inch Nails, right? It's like a solo band kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As far as she's the one that essentially does it all.
Yeah. Okay.
She has like special guest musicians and stuff, and studio musicians as well, kind of the way 9 Inch Nails does now, as opposed to 9 Inch Nails in the beginning. That was a good reference there, that you knew that much about 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
9 Inch Nails released a new album, and I still haven't listened to that. I don't know. I don't care about them anymore.
You know what new album also came out?
Yeah.
The new Gorillaz album.
So have you been listening to that one a lot?
I have. Not as much as I did Humans.
Okay. What's the name of this one?
The Now. I kept accidentally calling it the No because there's a single from one of the rappers I listened to called No Name. So it kind of goes the same.
Okay.
So it's a good album.
Yeah.
I think I haven't listened to it a lot because it's only like a 40-minute album, so it ends pretty quickly. So like
it's pretty typical for nowadays, though.
But like if I'm playing Overwatch and I play a comp game, most comp games are about like 15 to 20 minutes. So then I only get to play 2 games, and if I'm in the middle of a game, I don't have time to switch everything. So
but you like the Gorillaz album?
Yes, I do.
My
Snoop Dogg's on it.
Yeah.
I don't think he was on Humans.
No, he was not. My biggest gripe of Humans was that there was not enough 2D on there, which is Damon Albarn's character, essentially.
Alter ego.
And he wasn't on it enough, and that was my problem with Humans. So then now this album is like mostly all 2D, which is really cool. But it's really mellow, I guess, is the word
I
for
think
it.
it's really like kind of upbeat pop kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's
like
but it's very dry.
In my mind, because I've listened to the lyrics a lot, it's most of it, the album's mostly explaining. It's all these upbeat rhythms and tunes and everything. But if you listen to the lyrics, everything is like look at how terrible society is,
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. But if you don't listen to the lyrics enough and you just hear the tunes and everything,
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, it's all upbeat and we're all having
See,
fun.
I don't feel like I agree that it is quite as upbeat as you think it is. But I mean, that's just, people hear stuff two different ways. There's a lot of stuff. I've only listened
to it like once.
I've listened to it a few times at this point.
I've listened to it multiple times, so I think I would better say.
No, it's just, some people hear certain things as one way, some people hear it as another way. There's a lot of music that I listen to that, like, people would think are, like, super depressing music. And to me, like, that, it's positive and uplifting for me. It's just different
like
how people
like
hear things, which is what makes music great.
There was a lot of keyboard, like electric keyboard and stuff like that. Kind of like how
it was very electronic.
Kind of like how She's My Color was on Humans.
Gotcha.
Which was a very electronic song.
Yeah. So I mean, I've got a few listens into it, and I can definitely say I think I like it more than Humans.
Yeah.
But I still need some more time with it.
I feel like Humans was, but I personally feel like this is a couple throwaway songs that they didn't put on Humans.
Yeah.
But they were better than most of the songs on Humans.
Yeah.
So
I think, now that there was a big gap between releases and then there was Humans finally, like everybody waited so long for Humans. And then this one that now came out within about a year from the other one.
A little bit later than a year. Came out Humans came out April.
So I feel like we get a kind of good feel of what the Gorillaz are like now.
Yeah.
I don't think we're ever going to see another Demon Days. I don't think we're ever going to come anywhere near the quality that was Demon Days. That is for sure the peak of Gorillaz. I don't think we're ever going to get to a point where... I
listen to Demon Days sometimes, and like because it's such a good album, like it like gets me like lightened up and stuff like that. And I actually, when I play games while listening to it, I do like 100 times better because I'm not focused on the really aggravating things of the game because I'm listening to like such a good album and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever be able to touch that again.
Plastic Beach was probably the closest.
Yeah, I mean, I like Plastic Beach. I think Plastic Beach was a good album.
But then the first album.
Yeah, I love the first album.
It had.
But Demon Days is hands down there.
The first one didn't have a lot of hits. Like half of it was like really, really good.
On the first album?
Yeah.
But the first album had like 4 solid singles off of it. That's pretty fantastic.
Like it had Clint Eastwood. It had was on Plastic Beach was I can't think of what the song was, but I know every
I don't know. I don't remember what those singles were off of which ones at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gorillaz is good. So check out that album. What else have you been listening to?
I've also been listening to a podcast also called the Misfits Podcast.
Is it about the Misfits?
It's not.
I love the Misfits, man. I've really got into the Misfits lately.
But when I looked it up, because it's on SoundCloud for the moment until they get 5 episodes, then you can actually put it on Spotify. Did you know that? Do you know that you can put yourself on Spotify once you have 5 episodes?
Spotify is extremely selective about what they put on there, so I've never even bothered trying to get our stuff on there.
You can put it on there, but like it's not going to be in the.
No, they have to approve it, and Spotify is very well known for being very selective about what they approve. So I haven't bothered.
It's probably what they approve is what they pay for, is what I'm guessing.
Something like that.
Probably. Because if they wouldn't
But I have a podcast app. I will never in my life use Spotify for podcasts, so I don't care at all what they have.
But this podcast is a couple of gamers that I watch that plays a bunch of games that I like.
Mm-hmm.
They have been talking about like the trips that they've had that's been all crazy and everything, and it's really funny. And like because they're YouTubers, they're known to be like they're some of the funniest YouTubers I know. So all of them in a Discord talking about stories that they've had and stuff like that is like hilarious for like an hour and 45 minutes. Probably one of the funniest hour and 45-minute podcasts I've like ever listened to.
Well, you need to check out the Unknown podcast then, because
you've said I'm not allowed to listen to the Unknown podcast.
Yeah, it's got the explicit tag on it. You're not old enough for that.
Yeah, this show also has the explicit tag on it.
Well, then you're grounded.
Whatever.
Oh well. What else? What else have you been listening to?
That's
cool that you're checking out a podcast though.
Yeah, I've been listening to a little bit more Pandora.
Yeah.
Um,
I use Pandora at work. I use Pandora at work. I've been using Amazon Music. I've been using their radio function a little bit at work lately, just because they kind of play a few more different songs than Pandora does. I've heard every song that Pandora owns 8 billion times now.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to switch it up a little bit. Like the other night at work, usually I control the radio in our kitchen at work always, no matter who I'm working with. It's my radio, and everybody knows that.
Where you have your own work speaker, right? So you kind of have to, oh, it's my speaker, I get to control the music.
No, I mean, the speaker belongs to the company. It is not my personal speaker. The boss bought it when the last one died. I told the boss to go buy a new speaker, and he did.
And also, didn't you stop bringing your good speaker in?
No, I've never taken my speaker. There's always been a speaker at work.
Oh, okay.
But it's my radio. I play what I want to play. And I always play stuff. Like on Monday nights when I'm working by myself sometimes, like I'll play a little bit more metal type stuff. Like nothing too crazy though, because I can't do that when I'm working. But I always try to play something that like other people are into also, just so it's not just for me, because everybody else can hear it too. But it's always rock and roll, always one way or another. But like the other night I turned on just 90s radio, which then played like rap and country and like all kinds of different stuff and pop music from the 90s. And it was really weird listening to like Backstreet Boys and Britney
all the songs
Spears
that you
and
listened to
Tupac
in the 90s
and stuff. I mean,
you didn't only listen to grunge rock in the 90s
and metal and ICP.
Those were not the
I was
only
never ever a country fan. I was never a pop fan. I was never a rap fan. Like I didn't listen to those things. Just like I don't listen to them now. But I knew them. I mean, you can't not know the Backstreet Boys song back in 1998 or whatever.
Like Wonderwall. Like that was.
Yeah, I mean that was Oasis. I liked Oasis back in the day. I hate them now, but.
Do they still make music?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they broke.
That's the only song I've ever heard of them.
Yeah, Wonderwall is a good song. They had another song, Champagne Supernova. I like that better than Wonderwall. That's a better song than Wonderwall. But whatever. We are definitely not going to have an Oasis conversation right now. Yeah, but I like listening to like those kind of things because it's more of a variety, and I don't have to think about like a certain album that I want to listen to or whatever. It just kind of
stuck because Mama shares the same Spotify as me.
Yeah.
So when I'm like, if she's at work and I finish all my chores and everything and I'm on the Xbox and I want to listen to music on Spotify, I can't because she's listening to it at work. So then I got to use Pandora.
Yeah.
And because we don't pay for Pandora, we don't get unlimited skips.
Yeah.
And that gets really aggravating sometimes because I have a NF and Logic like together. Yeah. I put those two radios together.
Yeah.
So I have like a big variety. So like there's the Logic part where there's like all the like darker rappers that I don't listen to and I don't want to listen to. But then there's like also this NF stuff that's like a little bit more poppy that I also at that moment do not want to listen to. I just want to listen to Logic and NF. Like those two people is what I want to listen to.
Yeah.
But then I went out of skips and it's like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
Like, do I listen to
Queens of Stone Age? The genre of music that you're listening to is awful, and that's why you're having to skip everything.
Well, I don't listen to I listen to those two people who are good and have always made great music.
Oh God.
Be quiet.
Yep.
Hey, Logic.
Queens of Stone Age. I listen to a lot. I've been listening to Queens.
Yeah.
I got on a big Them Crooked Vultures kick last week for I don't know whatever reason.
Yeah.
That is just. I mean, if it's not in my top 10 favorite albums of all time, Them Crooked Vultures, it's at least like top 20 all time.
That not is even like probably bands,
just
right? Also
all time. Well, I mean, they've only released the one album, so it's hard to put a band that's only released one album like up there with like a Pearl Jam or a Tool or something.
One of the greatest albums.
Yeah, I mean, I can't.
And they've only released one album. That means
they're batting 1,000.
What?
That means they're batting 1,000. I used a baseball analogy is what I did there, believe it or not. Sports.
Okay. Cool. All-Star games happening right now.
All-Star games happening right now. What was the big soccer thing just finished?
Yeah, FIFA World Cup just ended.
Not FIFA, just the World Cup.
It's
just the World Cup.
It's the FIFA World Cup.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was in Russia, and France won.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty disappointing. We wanted Croatia to win.
I didn't. I wanted France to win.
Well, yeah. Well, kinda you did, kinda you also didn't, because like.
No, I mean, there was two teams, and I picked one, and I wanted France to win.
Okay.
My reasons might not been
Well,
been
you
the same
chose
because
that
of
when
somebody.
they were already up by 2, and those.
No,
like,
I chose
10
that multiple days beforehand when I had a
okay.
conversation with somebody
Oh.
at work, and he wanted France to win, so I wanted France to win
Okay.
because I wanted him to be happy that they won.
Was the game on like all TVs? I'm guessing.
No,
Doing.
my work is closed on Sundays right now, so the game was not on.
Yeah.
But the bar I work at is for sure not a soccer bar. So.
But when we were doing trivia on Monday, not this Monday, but last Monday, they were showing a rerun of a game of a Brazil game.
They probably would have turned it on all the TVs, but our bar is definitely not a destination spot for people that want to watch soccer.
Yeah.
It
set a record with, there was the second youngest person.
Yeah.
Well, not. It's just like the second person, not like in second place, but the second person to be the youngest person to win a World Cup.
Yeah. Dude was 19.
19 years old.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
And it shows because like everybody has his eyes on him because
that's like just a few years older than you, a few years older than Tyler.
7
and winning
yeah.
a World Cup.
Yeah.
Step up your soccer game, bro.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's
right.
right.
I know concussion protocol.
That's right. Lane's gonna be a ref this soccer season. He's learning all about concussions.
I'm gonna look at all these little kids run around.
Yeah. That'd be a good way to make some money. Then you can pay $5 a month for Pandora, and you can skip all your crappy rap songs.
I'm not gonna do that.
Heck yeah, man. All right, is that it?
Or I might just pay for my own Spotify. That's probably what I'll do.
All right.
Isn't it $10 a month, something like that? 15.
Yeah, I think it's 10 for a single, 15 for a family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have the family, but we're out of accounts.
Yeah.
They've all been allocated to different people.
Yeah, you have one, Tal has one, and me and Mama have one. Right?
And Dave has one.
Oh, I didn't know Dave was on ours also.
Yeah. So is that it? Have you been listening to anything else?
I don't think so. No, I have not.
No. So, all right. So, but continuing on with the listening thing, listen to the Unknown Podcast. Check it out.
Yeah. And also
the
listen
Unknown
to the Misfits podcast.
I don't have anything to do with them, so I'm not going to plug them right now.
I also would like those people to get supported.
Oh, yeah. Go listen to that crap too.
Podcast.
But especially listen to the Unknown Podcast. I wish the podcast that you were listening to was about the Misfits. Do you like the Misfits? The band, the Misfits?
It's weird sometimes because I don't always connect bands to songs. So if you were to turn on the Misfits, I would probably be like, yeah, I like them.
Yeah,
but
they're the ones that when you like walk in the kitchen, and I'm like doing dishes and I have the Misfits on, you always start like headbanging in mosh pit because you think like that the Misfits, which they are, they're like super fast punk rock and
90s grunge.
No, they were way before 90s grunge. They were during the whole punk rock thing.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. I think that's good enough for listening.
Yep.
So what's one band? I just said it's good enough, and then I kept talking. So one more thing.
That's
so
Howdy Radio for you.
If there's one band that you could say, like, you know, maybe that none of your friends or our listeners or whatever that you like that, you know, they wouldn't know about to like check out, like you should really check out this person. Who would that be? Like, who would you want to get like your friends into or our listeners into? Like, you're really missing out by not listening to who?
Okay, I'm gonna say Logic because there's lots of things that like he spreads a message about that lots of people don't know about, and like I actually learned lots of things from listening to his music, like with like the context that he has had with his songs and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, and lots of people don't know about that stuff, and they need to be
you need to learn today.
Yeah, they need to learn about that stuff, so then they're not stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Logic making people less stupid.
And also made like 50% more people called suicide hotline once 1-800 got big. So he also saved a lot of people's lives.
Well, good for him. That's very important. I would say mine would be St. Vincent.
Okay.
Because, like, I mean, it's kind of poppy, you know, which isn't normally quite my thing, but she's a fantastic singer, fantastic songwriter. And the thing is...
It's like pop rock, kind of, because there is, like, also, like, an electric guitar sometimes in the background.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, too. She plays guitar, and I think she is, like, just one of the most innovative guitarists that's out there right now because, like, she's she's making noises with the guitar that is just so different than has ever been done before. There's stuff that you'll listen to on the album that it's like you don't even realize it's a guitar. And then I sit there and like watch one of the live streams from Lollapalooza or one of whatever. I've watched all of her concerts on YouTube, and it's like I can't believe I didn't know that was a guitar. Like I've been playing guitar myself for 20 years out of my life, and like I didn't know that noise was coming out of a guitar.
And then
it's
you
just
like
so
look
cool
at
the
her
stuff
fingers, and then you're like, how does she do all
yeah,
that?
she is a fantastic
and then you
guitarist.
try to do it on yours, and it just like squeaks and everything.
Me and Taggart went to Guitar Center the other day, and we walked into the room that had all of the really expensive guitars where they weren't just hanging on hooks, they were hanging on hooks behind glass because they were way more expensive than all the other ones.
And that's really expensive because the one hanging are also very expensive.
So they have St. Vincent. She designed her own guitar that is now made by Ernie Ball. And she made the guitar.
I know that name.
That's the type of strings that I use on my guitar. So they also make guitars, but they're not really quite known for making guitars. They're known for strings. But she designed this guitar, and it's a really cool looking guitar. And like, you know, she had said that she had designed it, you know, because she's a woman and she doesn't have quite as big hands as, you know, some of the men do. And, you know, they're playing Les Paul guitars that have these big, huge necks and everything. So the neck on her guitar is smaller. And I have smaller hands too. I don't have very big hands. Yeah. So I thought, you know, that'd be kind of cool to check that out, but I wasn't able to play it because it was behind glass because it was a $3,500 guitar. So I was like, yeah, I don't want to touch that guitar. Even if I was allowed to play it, I'd be too scared to play it because if something happened, I couldn't afford to buy it.
That kind of reminds me of the thing that 2D plays in Clint Eastwood, like the little like piano, like trumpet thingy or whatever.
Yeah, whatever that thing is.
I still don't know what that's called.
I don't either.
But it's like kind of like a tiny guitar piano kind of thing
and
that you blow into. Right. Yeah. It mostly is just a kazoo piano.
Keyboard, yeah.
Yeah, so like keyboard.
Yep. Yeah. That's pretty cool. All right, so check out Logic and check out St. Vincent. Those are the two things that you're going to go do after you listen to this episode.
You really just say, did you really just tell somebody to go listen to Logic? Wow.
It's our show, so I'm trying to be nice about it. All right, so that's what we have been listening to. Check out The Unknown Podcast at theunknownpodcast.com theunknownpod.com and at The Unknown Pod on the Twitter.
And also listen to Misfits Podcast. I was actually very surprised that you actually said to listen to Logic. Because, like, most of the time, like, when I say stuff about Logic, you talk crap about it and stuff like that. I know you also did, like, a little bit there. But
I'm being nice.
And
then keep making a big deal out of it, then I won't keep being nice.
And then you heard that he saved a bunch of people's lives. And you're like, oh wait, that guy's like actually pretty cool.
That is pretty cool, but he still makes terrible sounding music. All right, let's do watching.
Okay.
What have we been watching? What have I been watching? What have you been watching? What have we been watching?
Mostly just we.
What have we been watching?
Lots and lots of wrestling.
Lots of wrestling. Man, like, wrestling is so awesome right now.
Yes.
I'm so...
And not that WWE crap.
No, this has nothing to do with WWE. That'll be the last time we mention WWE in this podcast.
Well, we always do WrestleMania.
Well, I mean on this specific episode.
Yes.
Because that's not what we've been watching.
Yes.
But man, I have become such the wrestling fanboy again. Like, and it feels so good. Like, it's so fun right now, wrestling is. So we've been watching mostly New Japan Pro Wrestling has been the main thing that we've been watching. Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Bullet Club, all this stuff. Like, I mean, it's so cool. These matches are just so freaking awesome, man. One of the things that we like to watch, which you should check out, is called Being the Elite. It is a YouTube show. And it's created by the Young Bucks, and they're a tag team that's in wrestling right now. They're in New Japan and ROH and PWG, all these different things. Not WWE. They're in everywhere but WWE, essentially. And they're kind of changing the whole way that wrestling is at this point. Them and Kenny Omega and all these, and Cody Rhodes, all these people on this show. And it's a really funny show. They release a new episode every Monday for the most part. Chris Jericho's been on the last couple episodes, and I love the show.
He hasn't been booked yet, right? For All In?
No, not at all. He's got to be, though. There's no way that they're doing all this stuff together, and they're going to do Jericho's Cruise, which is cool. Jericho's Cruise is awesome.
Yeah.
But there's no way he's not going to be at All In after all of this has been going on with him.
I wonder who he's going to get to fight on the cruise because of
maybe Jericho versus Omega at All In. No,
Omega hasn't like, I know he's been booked, but he hasn't been booked to fight yet, right?
I mean,
he hasn't. We haven't been announced that he's had.
He will be. They haven't announced who he is
yeah,
fighting.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, they haven't announced any matches yet, except for Cody versus whoever the NWA champion is at that time. So yeah, like we've been watching all this wrestling right now. The G1 Climax tournament is what it's called. It's this big round robin tournament that's going on in Japan. That started this past weekend. So I download the shows, I put them on my Plex, and we watch them kind of the next day after they happen.
Yeah.
And man, there's just been some fantastic matches.
Like the Omega versus, I can't think, not Habushi. That's his teammate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget the guy's
the other guy, the eye thingy.
Yeah. Naito.
Yes.
Yes, Naito.
That
was an awesome match. That was a very awesome match. Both of us, we're still kind of new to the whole thing, so we're still learning all of these characters.
I know the faces, but since the names are in Japanese, sometimes it's hard to know the names.
Yep, we're getting there. It's still, a lot of it's still new to us, and it's a whole new cast of characters as you kind of get into another side of wrestling, but we're getting there. And we've got our favorites. Like, who's your favorites right now? Like, I mean, I guess it's pretty obvious the answer of who your favorites are because they're the best ones out there.
I like the main guys. Those are the guys that put up most of the
like hands down, Kenny Omega is my favorite wrestler out there right now. Man,
him against Okada was probably the best wrestling match I've ever seen.
Yeah,
that was
a month or so ago. Yeah, it was like an hour and 15-minute 2 out of 3 fall match. Nothing has reminded me more of Ricky Steamboat versus Ric Flair back in 1989 more than this match does.
But that was not an hour and 15 long match.
It was an hour-long match. 2 out of 3 fall iron 1 hour match. Yeah, Flair and Steamboat used to go an hour like every night. But that's what's cool about this wrestling is like it is so much more similar to like the wrestling that I grew up with in the 80s than anything else that's going on. Like WWE right now is just so over the top, comical, superhero. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
But the wrestling that like these other guys
and they always only have 2 commentators. So they don't need 15. Like, and overall they have 4 commentators, but every time they only have 2 commentators working.
Yeah.
And they're great commentators.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've really enjoyed getting into the whole, especially New Japan and ROH and stuff like that too. But especially New Japan. That's where that is where it is at right now. So what else? We could talk about wrestling all day, but
probably one of my favorite guys.
Oh yeah, sorry, we kind of skipped over that.
So the main guys, and then again, can't think of his name, know his face, but he's the guy that just got injured. When you sent me.
Oh yeah, Takahashi.
Yeah, that guy. He was really good.
Yeah, he was fighting this guy, and he got kind of dropped on his head, and we still haven't heard an exact update as what has happened to him. But it sounds like he broke his neck, and that sucks. But what is so crazy about professional wrestling is like this ain't the first time this has happened where somebody's broke their neck in the match, yet continued the rest of the match, won the match, retained his title for the match. And then walked out of the ring, walked to the back, and as soon as he got through the curtain, collapsed and went to the hospital.
But this was like
with a broken neck.
Yeah, but this was like 1/4 of the way into the match, and like
this it was more towards the end of it than it was. But there was still quite a few minutes left.
Crazy stuff that happened at the end there. Yeah, because both of the guys' finishers are like really crazy and high flying and stuff like that.
A lot of times, if somebody gets injured like that in wrestling, then they'll immediately what they call take it home. They'll say, bring it home, take it home.
Yeah.
And that means finish this match immediately. Like, let's be done here. But like, he got dropped on his head and they finished the match. Like, it wasn't like, okay, we're done, hurry up. Like they still wrestled and he still wrestled. And I don't even know how it is humanly possible, but how cool.
That guy and the guy that Kenny
such a bummer.
But that guy and the guy that Kenny fought, that guy's also really good. I like those 2 guys.
Okada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not Okada. The guy that Kenny fought in G1.
Naito.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, Okada's one of my favorites too, though, and he's at all in, and I cannot wait to see all these guys.
I really
wrestle.
want to see him. I really want to see who he fights.
Yeah.
Like, do you think he might rematch Omega?
I mean, maybe, possibly.
But I feel like the tension between.
But they kind of had like a trilogy
Club,
of matches they did, and that was
over
the
like
third
4
match.
years.
Yeah. But that's what's cool about it.
Kenny lost, and then he won, and that was it.
That's what's cool about it. It was a trilogy of matches that took place over multiple years, as opposed to WWE. They'll cram that in your face in a week and a half, and it doesn't make it interesting by doing that.
Or Roman Reigns will lose to Brock Lesnar 4 years in a row, main eventing WrestleMania.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Like legit. He said, like, he was talking to Bobby Lashley about
the fact that Bobby Lashley is a part of WWE again. I can't stand that guy. He is terrible at everything he does. And here he is back, and he's already main event again. And it just shows how stupid that product is.
But legit, he and Roman Reigns were like talking back and forth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then Bobby said something about how, back when you've been, when you've been fighting Brock, we all know you cannot face Brock. But then he was like, well, if anybody knows, they like talk to the crowd and stuff like that, and was saying like, this guy's been out like 14 years ago, was main eventing WrestleMania. Look where he is here now, which isn't a good roast. He was injured. He couldn't fight.
Yeah.
But then Bobby was like, yeah, you main evented WrestleMania 4 years in a row, and we know how you cannot beat Brock, and shows how you need to go to the lower card. And then they beat up each other.
Yeah. I tried watching part of the pay-per-view Sunday night. I turned it on. I watched 2 New Japan pay-per-views Sunday.
And those are long pay-per-views too.
Which I didn't watch the whole thing. I kind of just wanted to watch the G1 matches, so I kind of skipped around a little bit. But still, it was a lot of wrestling.
But sometimes you just like turn it on in the background.
Yeah.
And
because still like get some stuff done around the house, and But then at Sunday night, then I tried turning on the WWE pay-per-view, and it was like, I can't do this. Not after watching like 5 hours of fantastic wrestling, and then now this, it makes it look even worse. But anyway, whatever. All right, so we've been watching a lot of wrestling. What TV shows? What have you been Netflix and chilling to?
All 4 of us have been watching a lot of that 70s show.
Yeah.
You've been watching it the most.
Yeah.
But
I had to find something to watch to keep me away from BoJack, because I created an unhealthy obsession with BoJack. So I had to find the new show. And I started with How I Met Your Mother, and that wasn't doing it for me. So
probably because you've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
It's such a great show, but like just like kind of how The Office is.
Yeah.
It's such a great show, but you watch it so many times, just like how like Friends is and stuff like that. You watch it so many times, you know what happens.
Yeah.
And some of the jokes like aren't really that funny because you've heard it so many times.
Yeah, you're right.
So
I've really been enjoying that 70s show again, which I've watched that a lot too, but you're right, not as much as the other ones, I don't think. But I love that show. It's hilarious. You like that 70s show?
I do. I need to start watching it.
Who's your favorite character?
I don't even know.
Yeah. They're all, that's the good thing about it. I
can't think of what his name
great.
is. The guy.
Eric, Hyde.
No.
Fez.
No.
Kelso.
Yeah, guy.
Yeah. So Ashton Kutcher's character is your favorite because he's just so stupid.
Yeah, he's the stupid part of the group, and he's funny.
Yeah, but they're all so good. That's what the show was a home run because every character was fantastic, I think. So we were watching this episode. We were watching it while we were eating dinner, whatever episode it was, and then it ended, and then everybody's like, "Oh, Dad, you're just like Red Foreman, the dad on the show." So everybody thinks I'm like Red Foreman, and everybody thinks I'm like Homer Simpson. And I think they're both really good dads at the end of the day. Like Homer's an idiot, yes, which I guess I can be an idiot sometimes too. And Red's a big strict guy, which I guess I can be sometimes too. So, but I guess I relate to both of those.
Yeah, you are a mixture between the two of them.
All right, thanks for calling me an idiot. You're grounded.
Even though neither of them, like, they're both bald, right? Isn't Red bald?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, so you are them.
I got plenty of hair. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So that 70s show is good. I love that show. That's a really great show. Me and Liz have been watching season 2 of Glow on Netflix. We're about halfway through there. I've liked it. Kind of started off kind of iffy, but I think I'm kind of getting into it a little bit more now. So that's a good show. I love Mark Maron. He's great.
Yeah, I need to. I keep saying I need to watch BoJack. Like I need to finish it.
Yeah.
But for me, like most of the time, like I love binge watching shows, and I watch so many, like a bunch of seasons super quickly. Like I watched, like 2 seasons, and I watched 2 seasons like in like 2 days. So I like binge watched.
But you
a
ain't
bunch
finishing
of it.
BoJack. So
But I feel like I've been watching other stuff, like.
You're just watching people play Fortnite.
But we can get into that when what we're playing. So
no, it's not what you're playing. That's what you're watching. You're
but
watching somebody play Fortnite.
Fortnite. So
every minute of every stupid day. It's stupid. Stupid.
Whatever.
Stupid.
I'm also, but some of those are charity streams that I actually like watching.
Don't pretend like you're doing something for the greater good. Don't pull it off like that. You're just watching somebody play Fortnite.
But also, like, and also, freaking Overwatch, they, in 3 months, for a skin, like, you had to buy a skin, it was $15 to buy the skin, and it went to a charity for breast cancer. They raised $12 million for charity. And
that got nothing to do with sitting there watching somebody play Fortnite.
But it had to do with charity.
Okay.
And also that charity raised like $3 million.
Did you contribute?
No, I did not.
All right, well then,
it was a $15 skin that didn't look great. So
all right. What else
if it was like $10,
watching?
I would buy it.
What else have we been watching?
It was $15. It was $15.
Yeah, it ain't worth that. What else have we been watching? How about it? Me and
about-
Tyler, we watched Friday the 13th, the final chapter the other day on Friday the 13th. That was really fun. That was cool.
Oh yeah, and me and Tyler have seen a couple movies.
Yeah.
We saw Tag.
Yeah.
Which is a really funny movie.
Yeah.
And we saw Incredibles 2. All 4 of us did. Another incredible movie.
Yeah. Huh.
I can't think of what else we saw. We saw another one that I can't think of.
Yeah.
Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
That's also a great movie.
And me and Tyler went to see Hereditary. Tyler working in the theater works out pretty well for all of us. Hereditary, I really liked. I thought it was really good.
We also saw Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Gotcha. So you're all caught up on the big summer blockbusters for the most part.
You know, the Marvel movies are done for the year, so.
Really?
Yeah, they do 3 a year. They did one in February, April, July.
Gotcha. What's the next one?
Should be Captain Marvel next year. And then, whatever it's called, Infinity War 2, which isn't what it's called. It's Avengers 4.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yes. What? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Avengers 4.
Okay. So is that about it? That's all we've been watching, right?
Yeah, it is.
All right, cool.
So now we're playing.
Yeah, let's not make this super long. I kind of just realized it's already 10:30. Time got away from me.
So are we going to be able to play any of Way Out tonight?
I don't know if we will or not, man.
We need to play. We can't keep, like, not playing it. So I don't want it to be, like, and then we're, like, 1/4 of the way into the game, and then
I know.
they're like,
You told me that.
hey.
All right.
But there have been a couple games that I've actually been playing. We got Uno. Which is probably the best wrestling match I've ever seen.
Yeah.
My goodness, you skipped it, and I was talking.
Ready?
Am I bringing it in?
Yep, go.
So, we've actually been playing, like, me, Dad, and Tyler have been playing video games a lot lately.
Yeah.
So, what have you been playing?
The main thing that I've put time into recently was Yakuza Kiwami, and it was fantastic. Took me about 17 and a half hours, I think, to get through the entire game. And I cannot stress how much fun I had playing that game. The storyline was just fantastic. There wasn't really a whole lot of gameplay to it. Like, a lot of it was just watching cutscenes, and it was all in Japanese, so you had to read all the subtitles and everything. But that just kind of added to the experience of it being in Japanese. I don't know what it is. I tweeted the other day about all these games that are coming out in August that I want to play.
There's lots of games that are coming out.
Fire Pro World comes out for PS4. Shenmue 1 and 2 remasters come out. And then now I'm an instant Yakuza fanboy, so the second one of the Kiwami comes out in August as well.
Yeah.
And so I made this tweet, and I had like the cover art for all three of them and the tweet. And then I realized, like, what is it with me and Japanese games? Like, all three of those are Japanese games.
Yep.
And like those are like three of my favorite things in the world. Like, why is it that I'm like so attracted to like the Japanese games?
Well, there's lots of PS4 titles that come out of Japan.
Yeah, totally.
So that's where most of them come from.
Yeah.
So
yeah, like in Japan, like Microsoft, like Xbox has like nothing.
Yeah,
nothing.
They don't have.
Like nobody cares about the Xbox whatsoever in Japan. Like it's all PlayStation.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like it was when I made that tweet and like I saw like the picture of all three of those games and I'm like, what is it with me and Japanese games like that? I don't know why it's kind of worked out that way, but
October is also.
But that Yakuza game, Lane watched me beat the game. He kind of sat down for like the last 2 hours and watched the ending with me, and that was cool.
I just watched a movie with you.
Yeah, you essentially.
Well, I did watch about like 15 minutes of you fight. Well, no, it was about 45 minutes overall of you fighting people.
Yeah.
But
man, that was a cool game, and it was a $20 game. I mean, if anybody wants to spend $20 on a good game, that'd be a good game to buy.
I'm trying to save up some money so I can buy the Kingdom Hearts series, which is I think it's Final Fantasy mixed with
Mickey Mouse.
Just Disney overall.
Yes, so, that is exactly what that series is.
I think it's been Final Fantasy the last couple games. I don't think the beginning.
No, it's made by Square Enix. They're all essentially Final Fantasy games mixed with the Disney universe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know I've heard some stuff about how like the beginning games were really, really good, but then I heard something about how there was Final Fantasy thrown in. So I thought that Final Fantasy was thrown in like later.
Yeah, I mean, I have not played the game, so I guess I'm not a definitive answer on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how. But that's what we're going to play. Let's keep it with what we have been playing. So I put a bunch of time into Yakuza. That was a fantastic game. What have you been playing?
I've been playing lots of Fortnite. New season 5 came out.
Yeah, you and your brother have been putting a bunch of brotherly time into playing Fortnite, which at least you're hanging out together. That's a plus.
Yeah. But I've been playing a little more Overwatch because
thanks to the cross-play, it makes it to where you guys are able to play that game together. One of you plays on the Switch, one of you plays on the Xbox. And if it wasn't for the cross-play, you guys wouldn't be able to play the way that you are. So that's worth mentioning, I think.
I did play some Call of Duty Black Ops 3 on the PS4 with one of my uncles.
Okay.
But that and Fortnite I played on PS4.
Yeah.
But I was really only good on Black Ops with PS4 because sorry, I'm dying. I was really only good with that because I'm good at first-person shooters. So Fortnite, which I'm also, because I played Fortnite so much on the Switch, I'm so used to the controller.
Yeah.
Like, I'll play on Xbox, and it's like I'm a complete noob. Like, I've never played Fortnite before because the controller's bigger and the analog sticks are, I think it's either farther away, closer away, one of the two.
Yeah.
But it's just, I'm so used to it now. And
it is one of the two, either farther away or closer.
It's lighter, so it's, I can, and it doesn't make a lot of noise.
Yeah, I'm personally still not a huge fan of the Switch controls. I don't know. I'm not that big of a fan of them.
But I downloaded the free gold game for Xbox, which is Death Squared, which I actually want to play with like you or Tyler, something like that. Mm-hmm. It's a puzzle game that you're like these cubes, and you gotta get to your square part. And when you there's all kinds of these puzzles and everything that you gotta solve, and like these lightning things that only like certain blocks can go into the blocks, and then other people can get through.
Yeah,
it looks like a very I've heard it's very challenging, but I thought it was online, so I was like, one of my friends who we both rage a lot, and we heard that it was hard, so we were like, okay, this would be the perfect game for me and you to play together, because we would be like bonding and stuff like that, because my friend not one of my this is one of my friends that I have not met in real life, and I've already known him for almost a year, like consistently still played with him for almost a year in next month, I'm pretty sure. But so I thought that would be really fun. But then I heard that it was just couch co-op, so I got a little bit frustrated.
Gotcha. But, you want to talk about getting mad at a video game? Sonic Mania is a game I bought for myself for my birthday. That game is so hard.
You need to stop playing it with the portable part.
Like, I mean, I had never wanted to break the Switch in half as much as I had Sunday night when I was sitting there playing this game.
You need to play it on the TV.
Oh, it's so hard. It's ridiculous. And it's the old school way of doing things. You have 3 lives to start off the world with, and if you die those 3 times, then game over. Yeah. And you have to start back at the beginning of the world again. And that sucks. So the one level, I was on Flying Battery Zone, which is only like the 4th zone out of 12 in the game. And it took me a week. It literally took me a week of playing.
Have you heard that it's supposed to get harder?
I assume that it does.
Okay.
But
then you need to start playing it on the TV and being far away from the console.
No, I'm not going to be stupid and snap the Switch in half. That's not going to happen.
Well, it could happen.
No, it will not
you know
happen.
that it could happen.
But such a good game, though. I mean, I don't want to just talk crap about it. It's a very, very good game. It's like the old style Sonic. It's like old levels of Sonic kind of reworked, and it's new levels, and it's really, really well done. Like, it's the most fun I've had playing a Sonic game since probably Sonic CD for the Sega CD. I love it. It's a really great game.
Good game.
Yeah. But really, really great game. $20. I bought it on the Nintendo eShop. There's a physical version coming out, I think this month. It's $30, and it has like a couple extra characters, and you can do the competition mode with 4 people instead of 2 people. Yeah, but really cool game. But man, it's hard.
We actually bought Uno for the Switch. Me and Tella have been whooping bots on Uno.
Nice.
Like, because most of the time you don't just play Uno, like go to somebody's house and play Uno that much anymore, because everybody's glued to electronics. Yeah, I said that, even though that I am always glued to electronics. Like, nobody really plays card game Uno that much.
That's not true. Plenty of people
not
still
as
play.
Much as it used to before the iPhone came out.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So it's on Switch, $10.
Yeah, I mean, I loved Uno on the 360. Me and my friends spent a lot of time playing that together. It was just a fun game. We could just like sit there and like casually play and just BS with each other while we play.
Do you think that what do you think your longest game was?
I have no idea. I don't remember it like that at all.
I think a couple weeks ago I watched a live stream. I watched somebody play Uno, one game of Uno, for 2 hours.
That's ridiculous. You spent 2 hours of your time watching somebody play Uno.
But it was effed up Friday, so like they were super drunk. So like sometimes they mean like, oh, well, I'm gonna put this down, instead of a really good card that I could use at this point. So it got stretched out long, and they were really funny because they were all drunk and everything.
Okay, you watch way too much video games. Oh god, it bothers me so hard.
I've also been playing some Darwin Project, which is another battle royale game, which is in early access on Xbox and on PC.
Gotcha.
So that game's really, really fun. It's a 10-player battle royale game, and you gotta craft weapons and stuff like that. Gotcha. It's really fun.
Gotcha. The other thing we've been playing a little bit, the boys bought me for my birthday. They bought me Bomberman. What's the R? Bomberman R.
Super Bomberman R.
Super Bomberman R for the Switch. I've always loved Bomberman. I've played Bomberman since the Nintendo, and the boys have played it for whatever console since then. The 360, I guess, was where they kind of got their introduction into Bomberman. Bomberman Live, I think, was the name of that game.
Yes.
That was a great game. And this one's really good, too. I mean, it's Bomberman. You can't go wrong with Bomberman.
Yeah.
So we've been having fun with that. Like the other night we played where it was just me, Liz, and Taggart. The boys were gone. So we were like, we can finally play without the boys whooping up on us, especially Tyler. Tyler's really good at the game, and he kills us all very quickly. So it was kind of nice we thought it would be nice to not play with them because then we could just kill each other and it'd be fun.
Yeah.
But you had to have 4 players, so we had to enter a bot into the thing, and I put the bot on easy and still dominated us. It was stupid.
Was there not
something
easier than easy?
No.
Not like simple or anything?
No. So we made a pact that we'd all team up and we all would kill the bot before we would go any further. And it didn't work well at all. Taggart got like 1 win, and other than that, like the bot won every time. It was stupid. It was way too hard.
You guys are bad at bomb, man.
I guess. That's a fun game though.
So was it more fun playing with me and Tyler?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care who I play with. I just like playing. I like playing with my friends and my kids. It don't matter who I play with. I enjoy playing it.
What you guys should have done is you guys should have just gone for each other. So then, like, the last person that's alive just goes against the bot. And it's mostly just whoever is alive, the last 3 of you guys going against each other. That's who wins.
I got you. We played some Mario Kart, and it was good not having, also, again, Tyler not playing with us, because Tyler always wins Mario Kart.
Well, Tyler always wins. I always get second, or I get red showed at the end and go to 8.
So, but I'm not good at Mario Kart. That's all there is to it.
You don't drift.
It does it. Yeah, I suck at drifting. So I'm not good at it. I'm just not.
I can't think of. I know I've been playing something else. Okay, so one more thing about Fortnite. I know how just a minute ago I said something about how when I play on Xbox I'm garbage now because I'm used to Switch, but I played a tournament game, which is mostly just you go into a squads game. And you have your friend, and it's duos, but it's like a full squad, and you're trying to get more kills in your duo than the other duo in your squad. So we almost cleared we almost cleared half of the lobby. They won by 1 kill. It was 20-21. I had 16 kills in that game.
Nice.
And then for the rest of the night, I sucked. Like, that was just my one game. I just went God mode. And I was so focused, and then we lost. I got kind of mad, and then I played a couple games, and I switched to Overwatch.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What else? Everything. I played a little bit of Fire Pro on the PC the other day. I've been neglecting Fire Pro, waiting for it to come out for PS4, and then I'm gonna kind of get back into it.
So we might play a way out. We should. So
let's keep it clear, though, of the reason why we didn't already play the game is because you got yourself in trouble, and that's what started it all. So let's not forget that.
But then I wasn't in trouble, and then we just didn't play.
Right, well, still.
Yes.
So that's it. I'm really looking forward to next month, though.
Yeah.
With Fire Pro and Shenmue 1 and 2, especially Shenmue 1 and 2.
In October.
Are you going to play Shenmue 1 and 2 with me? I think it would be fun to sit down and kind of play through it together.
Is there a 2-player?
No.
Okay.
Just we can still kind of just hang out and play through. You need to see what the hype's all about. You should educate yourself.
But I do want to try to I have until, I think, February next year to play all the Kingdom Hearts. So 6 Kingdom Hearts games. So
are they all included in this collection thing that you're talking about?
It's called Kingdom Hearts 1.5 2.5 Remix. So that
includes 6 games?
Yes. It's first one, second one, and then there's a couple middle ones that aren't as long as the first as 1 and 2. So
okay. What is that, like a $60 game, or is it more?
No,
expensive?
It's $27 at GameStop right now.
Okay.
So,
well, that's
Spider-Man comes out in
September.
PS4. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, everything that's coming out next month, I'm buying for PS4.
Yeah.
I'm all in on PS4 at this point. That's kind of my console. You guys don't really do a whole lot with it. And
I've started to try it. If there were more games, if we had more games,
we don't have any games for it.
I would play it more. That's why I'm trying to get Kingdom Hearts, because that's a lot of games that I could put my time into. And also, it's not on Xbox, and the third one's coming out for Xbox.
Yeah.
So I want to get it on PS4 and
Yeah.
also get 3 on PS4 because then I
Yeah.
get used to the controller and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, that's how I'm like with the Shenmue 1 and 2. Those are both Shenmue 1 and 2 is coming out for Xbox and PlayStation,
Yeah.
but Shenmue 3 is only coming out for PlayStation. So I want to buy Shenmue 1 and 2 for PlayStation so that I have 1, 2, and 3 for PlayStation. That makes more sense.
And then
to me.
you're also
So
going to buy it for Xbox?
I don't know if I will buy it for Xbox. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
What else? Is that it?
I think so.
All right.
Was that all 3 segments?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that was. So there you go. We talked about all the crap that we always talk about on this show.
Yep. Always.
Always.
Yep.
Next week we'll try to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
Although I like how we did this
Yeah.
one though. I like how we separated what you've been listening to and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that was
it
fun.
was a great idea.
Yeah. All right. So
But 35 is next week.
yeah,
So we got to have a good episode next week.
you're right. It's got to be a good one.
And
This was a good one too, though.
hasn't it, when was beginning?
I don't know. I've looked it
It
up
was
before.
it was like fall.
No, it was because our second episode was our WrestleMania episode.
Okay.
So it's been like a year and a couple months at this point, I
Okay.
think. Yeah. So next
makes
week will
no
be
sense. Oh, wait, yeah,
35. The Unknown Podcast is up to next week will be 16. We're rocking, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we take some time off in between, but
You guys do Unknown more frequently than we do Next Generation, though.
at this point we do.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Well,
yes.
well, you guys are all grown ups and can actually and you guys do it a lot later. So you guys as kids are in bed, or I'm just sitting over there in the background.
Yeah.
Also kind of listening.
Yeah. All right. Let's wrap this
Yeah.
up. Still got to do the outro and the intro.
Greatest parts of the show.
All right. Ready?
I've had my phone for 45 days.
Okie dokie.
Mom was at. I only know that because I started a streak with Abby the first day I got my phone. So.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, I think that's all we really got for you this episode. That was a fun
Yeah.
episode. I enjoyed everything we talked about on this episode.
It was very fun.
Yeah. So we'll try to do another one next week.
It was mostly just a kind of easier recap
Mhm.
than just because if we would have done a recap episode, we would have been talking for hours.
Yeah.
But since we cut it into 3 segments of what we've been doing,
Mhm.
instead of throwing everything in one, we kind of made it a shorter episode than it needed to be.
Yeah, I don't know the runtime exactly, but I don't think it's anything too crazy.
Probably
Our last episode, I think the E3 episode, the last episode, I think that was our longest one yet. That was
Yeah.
like an hour and a half long episode, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't think this one's that bad.
Yep.
So, but I got to plug it again. The Unknown Podcast. Make sure you check it out. We're really kind of enjoying. We really are enjoying what we're doing there, and I think we're putting a pretty good show out at this point. We've really kind of got into it and figured out what makes a
Yeah.
good episode. And I think
For
we're doing.
what I've heard, in the background and stuff, hearing
Mhm.
you guys and everything, it's actually very, very fun to listen to.
That's cool. I appreciate that. So,
Even though I can only hear you.
right, yeah. That's all you need to hear. Screw the other guys; they don't matter.
Even though you aren't the host, so
Yeah, Smoothie kind of hosts, Scott kind of hosts. They kind of go back
I
and
think
forth.
sometimes I can hear them. Sometimes,
Yeah.
I think because there was that CD thing with the Men in Black CD, right? Is that what it was? What the first CD? I think it was Scott. Or
Oh
something
yeah,
like that.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's when I heard him. I heard
Gotcha.
that his first CD was.
Yeah, I
the
think
Men in Black
sometimes I
soundtrack.
wear earbuds when I'm doing it, but sometimes I guess it's too loud and you can still hear it coming through there.
Maybe. Well, hopefully, well, you've listened to it doesn't have echo, does it?
No, usually sounds pretty good.
Okay.
So check that out, theunknownpod.com, and follow us on Twitter at theunknownpod. This past week was our 15th episode, and we're going to keep trucking right along. So we're really proud of what we're doing. So we'd really like people to check it out. So if you like this show, you'll probably like that show. So
Yep.
It is not as kid friendly as this show is. Not that it's crazy, like by any means, but
it's just like old Howdy radio. That's what it is.
it is not nearly as bad as old Howdy radio.
Well, I understand that.
So
but
I'm just saying, like, I mean, it's not.
I understand old Howdy radio was like bad, but it's in the middle of old Howdy radio and Next Generation.
Yeah. It's good time. So check it out. TheUnknownPod.com. Check out HowdyInc.com. Check out my buddy Kyle. Check out his show Iconoclash. He was on the second to last episode. He's been on a couple episodes here recently of The Unknown Pod, Iconoclash. Check it out at Keezy.com. Gotta plug my friends.
Yeah.
And I think that's
also subscribe to Midder 316.
Yep.
Capital MIDDER 316.
On what?
On YouTube.
Okay.
I should be posting a video soon.
Oh, shut up. You've been saying that for like 8 months.
I like how last time I posted a video was like a couple months ago. And the like the whatever it's called, what's it called? The like bottom part.
Comments?
No, not the comments. Description.
Okay.
In the description I wrote, I'm back, guys. I'm ready for weekly uploads.
Yeah.
And then immediately after that, I got grounded from all electronics for a month.
Oh, imagine that.
Like 3 days after that.
Maybe don't do that again, and you can go do the things that you want to do. So, but check out the Unknown Podcast.
Yes.
UnknownPod.com.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope, not really.
That's it. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Tell all your friends about the show. We want more people to check us out. We always want more people to check us out. So tell all your friends. Check out Howdy Radio, The Next Generation. HowdyInc.com.
See ya. I we gotta do intro. I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Oh, hold on. Just finish this up.
Okay. But what are we gonna do for intro?
I don't know. Here, just say, can we hurry this along? I have to pee.
Can we hurry this along? I gotta go pee.
Yeah.
We've had some pretty weird intros, but that has to be one of the weirdest yet.
But overall, that'll be funny because then you said that and then we talk for an hour.
Are you playing with your friends?
Thanks for watching live stream. See you later.